Welcome everyone to the 2014 North American Challenger Series, brought to you thanks in part by our friends at Coca-Cola. I'm David Freak Turley. With me is Aiden Zyrene Moon. How's it going?
It's going really well. I woke up really refreshed today, despite the loss of a little bit of sleep. It's really sunny outside, too. I spent like a little bit out there tanning, and I'm really pale, so I was like, I don't like the sun
Heavy
normally.
impact.
But yeah.
Significant improvement.
Games are really quick, too, today.
Yeah.
Back to back, and so I didn't get to spend so much time out there.
It's
But
okay.
I'm back here at the desk.
We're indoors for video games, significantly better use of our time here. Tonight, we've got the second quarterfinal match of the North American Challenger Spring Series 2.
Yeah, and it features former Curse mid laner Nijaki and his new team, LOLPro, and they're taking on former Velocity top laner Chris and his new team, VVV Gaming.
So, Zyrene, you know what time it is?
Time to go back outside?
No, it's time for the Challenger Bracket. Let's check it out. Last night, LMQ beat Team 8, coming back after a Game 1 loss to take the series 2-1. LMQ advances to the semifinals, where they're going to face the winner of tonight's match.
Yeah, and then in next week, it's time for the bottom half of the bracket. Complexity Red takes on Curse Academy, and Complexity Black faces Cloud9 Tempest. And just as a reminder, once again, that even though there's no LCS, both of these games will take place on Thursday, March 13th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which in Germany is 2 a.m. on March 14th.
So stay tuned for those ones. Good games to watch. Now, to go along with a spot in the semifinals, tonight's winners will also guarantee themselves at least 7 challenger points and get their name up on the leaderboard. Let's take a look. LMQ sits atop the standings with their win last night. They're almost guaranteed a berth into the Challenger playoffs in April.
And just like LMQ, the winner of tonight's match will lock in 7 points, while the losers will earn only 2 points. And since the top 6 teams advance to the playoffs, it will take a close call, or it'll be a close call, whether those 2 points will be enough. And frankly, I don't think so. Team 8, they also have 2 points, and is not looking good considering there's a lot of teams that already have won from the previous split.
I'm honestly predicting a pretty big tie with 2 points there. Cognitive right now, their roster is dissolved. There's only kind of 3 remaining teams from the first split. We'll see how that shakes up as we get down to the rest of it. As always, for more on the North American Challenger Series, make sure to head over to lolesports.com. It's a good site.
Yep, there you'll find stats, schedules, bios, and more about your favorite Challenger teams.
So guys, let's get to it. Our first match, the only match tonight, it's a quarterfinal between LOLPro and VVV Gaming. A best of 3 for a spot in the semifinals.
Yeah, and LOLPro did not advance this far in the first spring series. On the other hand, 2 members of VVV Gaming, Chris and Get Snuggled, made it into the quarterfinals with VVV White. But since there was only 2 members of that, they don't retain their 1 point from the round of 8 because you need 3/5 of your original roster. So now they're starting over at 0. And now one of these teams will advance to the semifinals for the first time, and that is worth 7 points, like we said previously.
Yeah, semifinals pretty much going to put you into the postseason. We'll see if these guys can do it. Now, last week, both LOLPro and VVV Gaming won their round of 10 matches, with LOLPro beating Team No Big Deal in just 28 minutes.
Yeah, it was a very balanced approach from LOLPro's solo laners, and jungle was the key to their domination on the Rift. All 3 of them had 5 kills in the game. In addition, the mid laner Nijaki, jungler Heaventime, and support LOH lasted the entire game without giving up a single death. And then if we look over at LOD, he had 4 deaths on Caitlyn. So
he was carrying the burden. He was taking in all the deaths to allow his team to survive.
Tank Caitlyn.
Tank Caitlyn.
That's how you
Warmog's coming up, guys. On the other side of the Rift, though, it's VVV Gaming. Last week, they defeated Super Team NA in a 42-minute affair.
Yeah, it was a very long game, but it was really all VVV from start to finish. It was all about the bot lane in this match. It was 80 carried Tails, put up a KDA of 7, 0, and 8 on Ezreal, while his support, Gonti, went 1, 2, and 9 on Leona. And a little bit of a mirror there from LOLPro. A lot of deaths, the 4 deaths on to LOD, whereas Tails had 0.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a lane to watch out for. And the 2 of them, both Tails and Gonti, they dominated their dual lane opponents. And Tails was a part of 15 of the 17 total kills that game. And to top it off, he never died. So we will see who will be able to repeat their impressive play-in performances tonight, the solo laners from LOLPro or the bot lane from VVV Gaming.
Now, something I want to know, actually, or point out, rather, is that both teams do have players with LCS experience on the roster.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. LOLPro's Nijaki played on Curse last year, while Chris roamed the top line for Velocity in the summer split. And let's see if either of them can step it up, make the right calls, and their teams can get one step closer to a return trip to the LCS, bring all their buddies with them.
Yeah, we're about to get ourselves in a champion select, and it is kind of the stories I want to point out. We talked about them a bit. Tails, the AD carry, right, playing so well, part of all the kills for his team, basically. That's a big lane. I also think that Pekin Wolf, we didn't talk about him so much yet, but VVV's mid laner, I know you're a pretty big proponent of his play as well.
Yeah, he's a very good Nidalee player.
Already got banned.
Has some montages out there. I didn't even look yet, and yep, no surprise there.
Closed my eyes and I just knew. By the way, just so you know, NA Challenger is played on 4.2. The rule set for Challenger is basically it's 2 weeks behind, and also because the other quarterfinals were being played on 4.2 back in the day. Not only this match, but also next week's games, all on 4.2. So Cassidy much stronger. Gragas, Kha'Zix also stronger as well.
Yeah, so if you've been watching LCS and you're like, wait, 4.3?
Nope.
They're not banning Cassidy.
Going back. A lot of door and shield for support's going to happen here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm a little bummed because these support changes are very healthy and I really like them.
They're fun.
Those items, the balancing was very well done on them.
You can hit turrets, man. Even 2-on-1s work with the blue trinket, the blue GP10.
Blue trinket, yes!
Oh my gosh, no.
Kobe's still here in spirit.
Okay, anyway, guys, into the game, though, we go. LOLpro picking up the first pick, Lulu. Jack, your LOH can have fun on that one.
Yeah, and that is a flex pick for them, but it's most likely going to go over to Jackie. When you first pick a Lulu, very safe in lane.
Yeah.
And even in 4.3, can bully almost anybody. And now it's going to be up to VVV Gaming to find something to counter that. And yeah, it's going to be Pekin Wolf on that Ziggs.
Yep.
Good lane harass, but it does go a little bit in favor of Lulu.
Yeah.
But nobody really beats Lulu currently.
Well, Pekin Wolf happy to play the Ziggs, though. Another long-range champion. Lost his Nidalee. Said, you know, I'll just throw bombs from far away. In fact, to be fair, his ulti's got more range than a Javelin. So I think he just got buffed right here. More presence for Pekin Wolf.
Yeah. And did you know?
Maybe.
Javelin is the highest damage non-ultimate ability in the game, minus a full channel Fiddlesticks.
Drain actually beats it.
Yes.
Cool.
That's the only one, because it has such a ridiculous AP ratio on it.
Yeah.
I think Fiddlesticks has the highest base damage in the game if you get all of his abilities off.
I believe it.
Yeah.
How would it work with, like, Rammus W, though? Everyone max attack speed, like, theoretical damage on ball curl?
Okay.
That's kind of not fair. I don't think it counts, but I don't know. I wanted to pose the question.
And put a Thornmail on him, too.
Oh, my gosh. This is not even fair. All right, so here we go, though. Pantheon. Caitlyn picked up as well for LOLpro. So LOD happy to play a long-range bottom lane there.
Yeah, it's what he played previously. Didn't have the best showing on it. And they already locked in Lucian here for VVV Gaming. We saw Lucian Caitlyn all yesterday with Team 8 versus LMQ.
Yeah.
And it was a very even matchup. Because one's a lane bully with the lower range, with the Lucian and spell slinging.
Yeah.
And then Caitlyn's very attack speed based, headshot based. Just try and get that harassment off in tiny chunks. So it's different types of harassment.
Yeah.
It's burst versus sustained. And if you full on engage each other, Caitlyn's got to kite away a little bit.
Yeah, well, who better to make that fight happen, though, than Thresh coming in. It's going to be Gonti on the Thresh pickup. So if he can land the hook, not happy thing for Kate.
Yeah, he previously played Leona. He loves those engagement supports. No Morgana today. That's what it's looking like.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But Nami coming in, though. Top lane Shyvana as well, so LOLpro putting the roster together. The second Nami we've seen for LOH now.
Yep, he went 0-0-12 on it previously, not dropping a single death, and also not stealing a single kill.
Perfect support score, 0-0 whatever. I don't even care if it's 0 assists. 0-0 is like the awesome start for support.
So if my support DCs at the start of the game, he's the
Perfect
best
score.
support.
I didn't say he's a good support, I just said his score was perfect.
Okay.
That's all.
So you can AFK from a game and you still have the perfect support score. Okay. I believe it. I believe it.
A KDA of undefined.
And so we are going to have very aggressive junglers coming out here. And the overall composition from VVV Gaming, they picked up Gragas, threw it up to the top lane with Chris, and he actually plays that a lot in solo queue. It's his third most played. And this wave clear from VVV Gaming and the siege potential they have, they're going to have to make use of it very quickly because they have a tanky Shyvana in the top lane for LOLpro. And if they end up just sieging and being able to stop it, they're going to start out scaling on the LOLpro side.
All right. So scary things going on here. Honestly, Gragas top lane I just enjoy, though. So a lot of fun matches coming through here. You talked about Ziggs versus Lulu being a big matchup as well. I still have my eye on that dual lane, though. I think that's just the big one. Tails has been so big for VVV. He's got to watch out for.
Yeah, Tails is extremely mechanically skilled. I regard him as the double lift of the challenger scene. And we're going to have to see here today what he does with that. He actually has basically the same champion pool as Vasily. Loves the Ezreal, loves the Lucian, loves the Caitlyn. And if VVV actually make it up to a match with LMQ, I want to see that matchup with Tails versus Vasily. That is something that I would totally be all over. I'd be like, that's a great matchup. I want to see that. And then they lane swap on me. No. I haven't seen a lane swap in a very long time, actually.
We see him once in a while. CLG brought one out yesterday, I believe.
Well, I've been doing the challenger scene.
What, you don't watch NALCS?
No. I spend my days out in the sun.
Wow. you have to revoke your nerd cred. Tans are not allowed in League of Legends. Here we go, guys, though. Game 1, best of 3 here. Winner plays LMQ and has a real good shot of making it to the Challenger postseason there for the chance at an LCS spot. They got to win here first. It's going to be pretty important. Pika and Wolf had a great Italy game in the round before. Got it banned away. I expect it to be continually banned the entire time in this match. Heaven Time on Pantheon. We don't get to see him a lot. He's banned so often that we don't get to see a ton of Pantheon despite how strong he is.
Yeah, it's his most played in solo queue, so he has a lot of practice on that champion. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts ganking bottom lane a lot. He does look like he's poised to start at his blue, so he'll go blue-red, hang around that area. And I think the focus for LoL Pro is going to be that bottom mid lane area. If they can shut down Tails, it would be very good. If they can shut down Peek and Wolf and get Nijaki going, and then he can roam bottom and create these picks, it would be great. A little bit of trading here.
Wow,
Ignite already.
Significant lead to Jackie. The autos with the E. Freaking great start right there.
He can't back because he'll miss minions. But Ignite is already used by Jackie, so he's losing a little bit of kill potential.
I mean,
level 1 Ignite.
Yeah, 70 damage. I mean, to be fair, though, unless you're going to all in before the 5-minute mark again.
And it's even.
Yeah, there we go. Hits a Q. Yeah, Jackie's going to chug a potion, get back to full. Peek and Wolf down 1 potion, only at 300. So that'll tell you how good Jackie's trade was right here.
And speaking of healing, LOH once again bringing heal as his summoner spell to the bottom lane as opposed to the typical Ignite or Exhaust we'll see. And that Jackie just wants some of this. Wow.
He's just going for it.
All right, so we're going to talk about the heal again. It's something he actually used previously. Didn't really keep LOD alive. Had the most deaths in their previous game. Granted, it was only 4.
Yeah.
But up against... He's got the level 2. Okay. It's like, let me talk.
I mean, it's fun.
Let me talk. No.
Just watch.
Gonti, he has the Ignite, so if he can counter that, is a sustain lane from LoL Pro coming out here with the Nami ebb and flow and also the healing. Ooh, they landed on the Tails.
Bubble's going to land the Q across as well. 200 health left on Tails. Good early start to LOD LOH. I gotta say, it's the name synergy helping them out.
Lodlo.
Lol. Oh no, you are not an Aardvark. Don't you even start this one.
Anteater. Aardvark probably
I don't know why I said Aardvark. I'm just bad at this.
They both start with A's.
There you go. Don't be Aatrox. That's just silly.
Aatrox.
Not how it works. Get snuggled. Double buffs there. Got a skill in each point. Point in each skill. That's the one.
Yeah, and both junglers are poised to actually gank middle lane right now. They have no idea that they're both here. And Getsnuggle's going to reveal himself first.
Counter gank for Heaven Time. Who's going to take the damage? Jackie going to get slowed up. Snuggled. He might be okay. Oh, wow. The damage coming across. Going to help the flash. And Heaven Time Q. Not going to burn him to death. Snuggle survives.
Wow. If Heaven Time was able to get an auto attack, the Heartseeker Strike crit would have been enough to finish him off. And it actually usually ends up like that, where if both junglers are near each other, the first one to reveal himself gets lower of the trade. But Chris, let's go after Hanser.
Hanser's got almost nowhere to go. Has flash, trying to get away. Ignite has some more ticks. First blood for Chris. Wins the 1v1 heads up.
Yeah, and that's typically what Gragas will do in the top lane. But Heaven Time's up here. If Chris continues to push, he's going to get punished for it.
Oh, Chris. Chris, please. Chris, no, don't. Oh, God. All right, can you body slam away? He's going to try to bait Heaven Time into the brush and then leave. Not going to try.
Just stick your spear in the brush. Check for it. Is there Gragas there?
And there was. He left, though, right at the same time. So they're good. 1-0, 300 gold lead for VVV. And now they got the push on for the bottom side. All right. And just farming. We're okay.
This is really interesting. Because it's a Gragas up top, typically you want Athene's Unholy Grail first, and that builds right into what Shyvana's damage type is. The burnout, the flame breath, all of it, except for just auto attacks and twin bite.
I mean, he got a Chalice while Hanser got a Doran's Blade. That's
worth.
Pretty nice.
It's definitely worth it. And now, just that 1v1 kill, mixed damage. Oh. Close.
Yep.
Close.
Gotta be careful.
But it is a sustained lane, so LOD will be fine. Both bottom laners have not backed despite the aggression that has come out here, and both AD carries are about 50% HP.
Got to be careful about the health bars.
Goes to show how much harassment's happening here. Heaven Time's going to come down bottom, walk straight on a ward.
Yeah, VVV going to back off. They'll kind of show the fact that it's warded by how far back they play. LOH also I mean, a bit aggressive. He's pushing them so far away that even if Pantheon weren't there, they'd be stuck this far away. So Heaven Time finally returning to the jungle. He's been holding up lanes and recalling the rest of the time. Snuggle, though, picks up a Doran's Blade.
And he's also coming bottom, and he has those early combat stats. He saw that Heaven Time walked away. If they face check this...
Q's LOD is going to net backwards. Does have flash. The flash pull! Ooh. Do they get enough? No, LOD flashing away. Trading summoners everywhere. No kills.
Like he flayed right at the same time he flashed. And Jackie, he wants blood on Pekin.
The 5-minute all-in. There we go. 100 health. Let them Pekin whoop. Jackie! 2 seconds to go on the Q. Can't chase under the turret, but that's going to be Pekin Whip pushed away. Heaven Time also going to control mid.
And as soon as Jackie gets some cooldown reduction, he'd be able to get another Glitter Lance off. But lucky for Pekin Wolf, it's not that time yet, but unlucky for him, Heaven Time's coming over.
Get snuggled. Thing is, that ward is very visible, so they know that pink ward's down there. As soon as Snuggle holds mid, they could just kill that ward.
The junglers have not been creating pressure this game. They've just been revealing each other, just back and forth.
Yeah.
And now we see Heaven Time actually rotating all the way up top. He's gone for those deep wards, and he's going after Chris, trying to get a counter kill here onto that Gragas and helping Hanser out. But
level 6 Gragas, though, pretty freaking hard to gank.
Yeah.
Heaven Time, only level 4, 7 minutes in. Like, generally speaking, when I see junglers, they'll hit 6 off like the 7-minute buff respawn. Like, that'll be usually the time they hit level 6. Only 4, though, for the Pantheon. Fairly low for Heaven Time.
Yeah, they've been roaming around and just creating pressure with their bodies, just being present. But it doesn't give you minion kills when you're doing that. It doesn't even give you lane experience, which we see some junglers will sit in lane for a while for lane game. Neither of them have done that. They've just been skirting around. And speaking of skirting around, here comes Get Snuggled.
Man, they are constantly trying. Jackie running away with a Whimsy, though. He's going to be fine.
And there it is again. Just, hi, I'm here, you guys. I'm out.
Yeah. Blue buff coming up soon, though. So that'll be something for Jackie to get himself back in there. Snuggled. I do see different builds for Lee Sin, but he is maxing Q. I've seen max E. I believe, I forget who I've seen that does that. But for what it's worth, max Q and Lee. Pretty standard.
Used to do that.
Yeah. Well, he would just farm forever, so why not AoE the jungle down?
Yeah. I know top lane Lee Sin does that most
Usually,
of the time.
Yeah. 1 point the Q, the W for the sustain. Snuggled. He's not spotted in his way towards the bottom, but just can't seem to find the opening. He's not going to go for the gank. Really, the only kills this game, despite how much the junglers are trying, only kill was top lane when Chris 1v1 Hanser. And even despite that, the gold back to equal almost. That 400 gold first blood basically equalized.
Yep. That's just purely because of a little bit of CS. But I don't know where that's coming from. It's just that 4 and the fact that there's a gold generation item on LOH as opposed to the Doran shield. Making up... Oh, look, 500 gold difference now. Now it's the first blood.
There you go. I mean, yeah, it's what 4 GP10, so you got it for 7 minutes now. It's a pretty good amount of money.
And they finally clear out the blue. The red's been up for a very long time, and that pink ward has been on the side in VVV's jungle by their red, but they haven't gotten any information from it.
It's true.
Get Snuggle's been slow in his route, and looking bottom, getting nothing for it.
Absolutely. These junglers, unfortunately, not finding their way in. Doran's Blade, not doing it. We'll see which items these guys go for when the jungler's back again. They should have some items coming into their inventories in the near future. Hanser versus Chris still here in the top lane. Pretty equal scores. The Chalice actually not giving Chris much of a lead, to be completely honest. They've kept this same sort of minion differential the whole time.
VVV's making their move towards Dragon. Already gone, no vision was available for LawPro. Up in the top lane, though, Hanser took a lot of damage.
He's getting low on the trades. Chris, I don't think he can quite all in him into the turret just yet. But is one thing Hanser should be aware of. When does he want to back? Oh, the roam up top from Jackie under the turret. There comes the Whimsy. The dive in, Dragon from the knockup as well. Can they get enough damage onto Chris? He whiffs the barrel. Chris goes down. Hanser would have died if he hit it.
Any barrel would have done it right there.
Yeah.
So low on Hanser. That was very key. And he's going to try for it. And...
Smiley face. I don't know. That should be a sad face. If it pops up and nothing's in the range, it should actually be a sad face. We should make that change.
That would be so good. Just, no.
The expression will actively change. It's like, oh, they all left, and it just goes down.
When there's people inside of it, it'll smile. And then as they leave, it goes, oh.
It should even play like a sad trombone sound. Oh, Pantheon ult's going to land.
Whoa.
Heaven time. Not going to find Pekin Wolf. He is safe.
He doesn't get anything and he cracks the ground for it because he's angry.
Yeah! Manly Pantheon, why the heck not? Tails and Gonti looks like they're going to sweep away the bottom lane minions. I guess these guys want to recall soon.
I would too if I were Tails. I don't have my Vamp Scepter. I'm very low.
Another bubble hits. When do these guys get to back? I mean, they just backed a second ago. BF Sword for both these AD carries. They've kept so equal in CS that they basically got the same items on the recall. Just one went Longsword versus Boots.
Get Snuggles coming up top. Chris has the slow. There's no Dragon Scent available, but Flash is there for Hanser.
A lot of damage. Good flash early on. Didn't want to get kicked back by Get Snuggled, who didn't go for it anyway. Hanser is alive. There's a ward in the river. They're going to watch for the roams in case someone counter-ganks this. Hanser is going to have to leave this turret alone. Get Snuggled and Chris making a good move here.
Yeah, lack of Flash. Definitely a detriment to Hanser. And now they know Dragon is in the hands of VVV.
Oh!
The Flash Body Slam and gets it this time.
Get him into the wall. The Q misses, though. The flash in from Lee Sin. Is that going to be enough? Remember, he does have the kick. He can kill him right now.
What?
Dude, wait, are you... Snuggled?
Oh.
Oh, my gosh. That was... You take the kill. No, you take the kill.
No.
All right, they got it. He's good. He's down. He's down. Top lane turret going to be under siege. And the bottom lane roam as well. Both junglers showing up, killing turrets the opposite side of the map.
I'm glad they got it, though, because otherwise it would have just been a very awkward situation.
Exceptionally so.
Use the Flash, though, from Get Snuggled. So, on the overall, a little bit of a silly misplay there because it cost them, but they did get the kill.
Yeah.
They do trade turrets top and bottom, which is good for VVV because they took the dragon, so there isn't any pressure on there right now. But a lot of aggression in that bottom lane from Heaven Time. His Grand Skyfall will be up very shortly, and he knows that there's no flash up top or in the jungle. So he can counter gank effectively. He could go top and try to get that turret. But in the meantime, it's going to give Tails some room to farm. And the question is, what is LOD and LOH going to do with that little advantage? They're going to group up? Are they going to continue to push the wave?
Well, they just backed and have somewhat of an item deficit, actually. Tails finished the Bloodthirster. And LOD, because he went over for Boots earlier instead of the Longsword, can't quite finish BT and instead is halfway to Zergreaves as well, like just fitting items into the build. So that might be a difference here. Peek and Wolf, can he jump away? Nice!
Oh!
Perfect! Perfect satchel charge.
Because you can cast your Aegis of Zionia while you're coming down in the air. The satchel charge is perfectly timed and perfectly separated to knock himself away and get Heaven Time out of there too.
That was awesome. That was absolutely amazing for Peek and Wolf. Very well played by him. Survives the gank. I'm sorry, I'm just still like fanboying over that move. That was awesome. There you go. NACL. NACS.
What?
Well, they're in the NACL too. Sorry. North American Challenger Series. Some pretty good players.
Wow. Yeah.
I wasn't wrong.
You weren't wrong.
They're both in NACL.
Yeah. So that's not what this is, freak.
Nope. This is the Saltless League. Jackie here with the blue buff. Going to be liking that one. Peek and Woof. He's was waiting for him on the right-hand side of the map when Get Snuggled finally starts it for him. The push, I mean, these guys are really just trading minions back and forth despite, like we kept talking about it, right? How much the jungles kept showing up, trying to make plays, trying to do things, trying to make people die. And there's really only been one kill due to jungle interference. Here we go, push in towards Jackie. The slow coming across.
Maybe two.
Ooh,
Oh,
what a kick into the hook. Jackie flashes over the other wall. Gonti, do you have the box? Yes, he does. Tails takes him out with the culling.
It's very reminiscent of an EU LCS play that happened this week. The kick into the hook. So good there. So I'm glad we were talking about jungle kills before that second one happened.
Yeah. All right, here we go, 3-1, and let's watch that fight
See it again. Actually uses a ward, jumps to it, kicks him into the already wound up hook. Then the box comes down. There is an arm time on that now, so he does have to flash in order to get it. Bomb comes down from Peek and Wolf, and that was just great play. And satchel retreat.
Satchel retreat,
So
safe.
aptly loved. So what
Tail
happens?
between his legs for Peek and Wolf.
What happens if he uses it to retreat and knock somebody away? Is that just a satchel retreat?
That's just amazing, which is what I said.
Is it amazing?
I just sat there and was
Satchel
like,
amazing.
Satchel amazing is what it's called when you go both ways.
Okay.
Still a retreat though, to be fair. So I mean, satchel retreat's not wrong. This is a very skillful satchel retreat. Wall Pro killing away minions, pushing the lanes, but there is a defense for VVV, so never mind.
Yeah, and
Two
Dragons
turrets.
is coming up right now.
Ooh, yeah.
So they're going to rotate around that. LOL Pro didn't have the timer originally, and now they're perfectly in position for it. Mega Inferno Bomb is not up.
Okay.
And LawPro in position. A little bit of poke to stop them from coming in.
Oh, the hook's not going to hit. Heaven Time going to smite away the dragon. Fight might begin, though. Elevation down to half HP. Gets Snuggled, forced to jump over the wall. The Tidal Wave's going to hit onto one. Snuggled, he will just barely get away from that one. There's Hansu on the side, taking a bunch of damage. Culling fully hits from Tails. Low health onto Hansu. The bubble's going to come in, not do much. LOD still on the chase. Very low health bars for VVV. LawPro doing well in that fight.
Pekin Wolf basically got out with double-digit HP. He had an Ignite ticking on him. And just the zone control there. Nobody died. And LawPro ends up getting the dragon. Almost get Snuggled. Almost get Chris. Almost get Pekin Wolf. Hanser almost dies. Heaven Time almost dies. Just great retreat from VVV and pursuit from LawPro, but not overextending. Which is the big part of that, is that they didn't get greedy.
That's good. It's good stuff for these guys. We'll see what else they can do now. Honestly, VVV had to heal, but nothing really happened off those recalls. The mid lane turret was held very safely. So nothing, unfortunately, yet for LawPro picked up. Pekin with now the dedicated split push on this side, or at least the minion clearer. Does it quickly. He is Ziggs after all.
Yeah. There's so many wards on that dragon side that the top side of the map is basically visionless.
Yeah.
They've concentrated all of their trinket wards, all of their inventory wards on that side. And now Chris in the top lane is going to try to defend this turret.
Well, I've seen this story before, and it ended with Chris whiffing an explosive cask and dying. Let's see if it's going to happen this time. Gets Snuggled, forced to run away. Kate ulti coming across all of LawPro, basically, pushing this top side turret. But keep in mind, Tails has been shoving mid the whole time. LawPro not finding any traction here.
It's Lucian, too, so he pushes towers pretty quickly when he has a minion wave. That would definitely help him.
Yeah, it'd be a good solution
Yeah.
to pushing.
And Ziggs and this entire team composition of LawPro can stop a siege with the wave clear they have from Gragas, combined with Ziggs.
Yeah.
And now they actually call Tails up, and they're ready for a 5v5. Get Snuggle just went back, purchased some items for himself. So he's not sitting on anything that just gold that's going to give him no combat stats. And LawPro wants nothing to do with it. They're going to rotate mid.
Yeah, they realize the rotations. They're trying to catch VVV without someone there to defend. I mean, you think about it, and you just talked about it, but I want to kind of specify.
Yeah.
Gragas, Ziggs, Lucian, all amazing at killing minion waves. And anytime VVV's there in defense, LawPro's like, well,
You won't get it.
gotta go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Every time. They look for the mid lane this time. Again, VVV chasing them around the map. Gonti, mobility boots, looking for the way in. Can they find something here? Nope. Bubble in the face. That's it. Gonti goes for the hook. Good dodge by LOH. And it's going to be still 3-1.
Just a lot of scurrying around here from both of these teams, trying to catch another with their pants down, not defending an objective, and picking it up for themselves. Even in Dragons, 1-1. But the kills in the favor of VVV, just a 1k gold lead between them. And nobody has run away with it at all. And it's really, I like that LawPro is taking the fight to VVV and making them defend as opposed to be offensive on an objective. Because if they do end up in that situation, they could completely siege down a turret very, very quickly. But at the same time, then it would be up to Hanser and Heaven Time to get the right engage. And if they don't, then it would just be VVV kiting backwards.
And VVV has so much like long-range damage. Chris, I don't know if he wants to fight Hanser in melee range. That's kind of Shyvana's forte. But it does get some early burst down. And yeah, think about this, right? So there's like a couple forms of soft engage. I mean, Skyfall can always work. You can always find that way in without like landing a God Satchel charge to get him away. So, here's the attempt. Can they
Satchel
find it?
retreat!
There we go. Satchel retreat's going to land. Stun comes in. Peek and Whip down low. Hits the barrier, though. Gonti misses the play. Flashing out low on health bar. They find Heaven Time. Just the damage spam coming during the retreat finds a kill.
LOD has been using his ace in the hole as just a poke tool and not a finishing tool. He used it earlier to just get some damage on Pekin Wolf, and you can't help but think that most people do use it, especially in the early game, as an assassination.
Yeah.
Or to force somebody to reposition. But now it's a 4v5, and VVV, they're going to get an objective on it.
Jackie forced to back up a little bit. LOD is around, but the barrel's scaring him away. The push coming in from Tails and Pekin Wolf to get the damage. Down to about 500 health this turret. Almost gets bubbled. That could have been dangerous, but he's going to be okay. Minions dying. Turret dangerously low. Tails stays for this. Nope. Doesn't want to.
It's so close. This is one of those, it's so low. Just let me finish it. And VVV make the right call and back off.
Yeah, they're gun shy though. Like you said, it was a 5v4, and they're like, you know what? There's a risk that they dive us and we lose the fight with the turret still alive, so let's just back up, clear minions, and not even try. Heaven Time sweeping the wards away. 4-1 in kills. VVV very slowly building advantages. 57 seconds to the next dragon. And if VVV gets their minion waves in good shape, maybe they can contest this one.
And it would actually be to VVV's advantage to be in the Dragon Pit first, because they have Gragas with the zone control of a barrel. You have the Hex explosive minefield. So they have a lot of zone and bottleneck coverage. Whereas LoLPro, it's actually good for them to engage, because you'll come right down on top of it.
Yeah.
And in the position that you want. So it's actually both beneficial for these teams to have VVV in there first. So
they're both looking for the same game plan.
Yeah.
VVV just better poke.
Basically.
Yeah.
LoLPro's in a position where they have to outplay the engage.
All right, let's see if LoLPro can get the outplay here. Pink ward removed. VVV spread apart right now. Hanser going in towards Chris. Chris still alive, though. Looks like he might be going Zhonya's second. I'm not sure what that's going to be built from. That amplifying dome, but he has his Athenes. 2 Athenes done actually on his team.
So VVV are actually just going to try to poke into the pit here, and LoLPro are just going to try to walk away with the dragon without any contest, because Jackie can try and zone Snuggle like he did last time.
Snuggle puts the Q down. There's the culling as well. Heaven Time! Oh no! Down goes Heaven Time. No smite now for LoLPro. The battle has begun. Chris, knock back on a Jackie on the other side of the wall, though. It's going to be dangerous. He's trying to get away from LOD. Finally jumped over the wall. Bubble on the 2. Snuggle eats a trap as well. Yummy Cupcake's going to keep it locked up for a second. Double Pink ward. Come on, guys, body language. You got to let them know.
2 sets of pink wards.
They're really
and they don't
the
even
stealth.
get the ward in the pit yet.
That doesn't matter. The dragon goes down. Way more important, and they rotate mid to stop the siege as well. Plus a kill, plus everything else. Top lane minions actually killed an outer turret, so oddly enough, LoLPro gets a turret out of that.
Yep. Help with some minions. They don't get the proximity gold.
Yeah, 500 gold turret instead of 650.
That's only one person. They had more people near it.
It's 150 shared.
Oh, it's 150 shared?
Yeah. So you get like 75 a person if there's 2. I promise.
Oh, that's tier 1s, yeah. Tier 2s, it goes down. The amount of gold.
It's 125 global,
yeah,
but only 100
And then
local.
inhibitors are just...
Yeah,
inhibitor
175
just
global. Yeah. Goes up over time. Each one worth a little bit more than the last.
Just
Local
rewarding
gold
you
slowly
for your
decreasing.
hard work.
Yeah. I mean, they figure an outer turret is mostly an individual endeavor, so it's mostly local gold. And then as you go down, it's like, this is more of a team effort. The team probably get rewarded a bit more. By the point of the inhibitor, it's like, yeah, it was a teamwork thing. So that's all well and fine. Mid lane siege looking for LoLPro. They're actually kind of in position first. Chris already recalled back. He is going towards Zhonya's. I mean, maybe DFG, but I doubt it.
The amount of times that I've seen Pekin Wolf low is ridiculous, considering he's only died 0 times.
Yeah.
He has the barrier. He's been using it on cooldown for the most part.
A few times,
But every time I look at him, he's in danger. Just
he
like,
is.
It just looks scary.
LOD keeps ulting him.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, to be honest.
That's true.
And Jackie's playing really aggressive. 160 to 170 for the mid laner's farm. There's the push in towards this turret. Looks like VVV completely not in control of this one. Takes it down. LoLPro actually winning now the turret game 3-2.
So LoLPro, like I said in the start of the game, if they can hold on and just try to outscale with this tank, because the majority of their damage is magical. Their solo laners are magic damage. We get Shyvana Hanser with multiple magic resist items on him. It'll be up to Tails. Lucian, not the greatest late game carry.
Let's see what they find. Looking for the second tier bottom lane. Lucian maybe could get outscaled here if it goes late, but a small item lead. Ziggs Bomb removes the entire minion wave, save for 2 minions. And Tails just kept pushing mid. He's completely winning this advantage. Snuggle going to join the team as well, and LoLPro, once again, they make the wrong choice. They're losing a lot of their base.
There's the power of Ziggs right there with the Mega Inferno Bomb to clear the wave and stop the 5-man siege of LoLPro. They're going to get a turret here for VVV.
Wow.
2
What a
backs
play.
go through. 3 backs. Okay, so they're just going to back off after that. Great play there from Pekin Wolf to synergize with Tails and get Snuggled, who already had a game plan in mind.
That was wonderful. They've completely outplayed that rotation. 5-1 in kills, 4-3 in turrets. And mid lane now completely available. The bottom lane, the siege as well. I mean, LoLPro just left. VVV just like get this turret with no recompense. It's gonna be 3 turrets for 0 now.
So I don't just call Tails the double lift to the challenger scene because he farms well and he's got good mechanics. It's because he's always solo pushing.
It's a great way to play.
Yep.
I mean, he played mid laner for a while earlier this season.
He did,
so
but he was ADC before that, and I was always
Of course.
confused as to why they put him on mid lane afterwards. I was like, Tails was one of their best players in the lineup. And with the pickup of Pekin-Wolf, who's a fantastic mid laner, it's kind of a sigh of relief to get a great mid laner on the VVV lineup and to have Tails back in the ADC role.
Well, you know what's going to happen for Tails? Next season's going to top lane for CLG.
Oh boy.
It's the Nien route. you AD carry the mid lane, then AD carry in the challenger scene, and then you roll swap again and join CLG.
So Maple Street's also going to be the new top laner?
Yes, they're all going to play.
ADC, mid ADC, then
There
you
you
go
go.
top? Okay.
It's the same route for all of them. We'll see it keep happening. Jackie still trying to scale up on Lulu. Honestly, having a pretty slow game. Only boots 1, still no death cap. Rushing actually an earlier Lichbane here. But only 165 minions, a pretty low score for how good of a player Jackie is. He's been playing more for aggression and harass than minions, but still remarkably low.
Yeah, that's really just been the wave clear of Pekin-Wolf. He's also cleared some side lanes. His CS wouldn't be as high if he wasn't Ziggs. He hasn't been clearing Wraiths as much. And that's actually kind of fallen out of style in Season 4
Yeah.
for the most part. I see it a lot in Europe.
Yeah,
Not so much
especially
in NA.
especially Kurt.
Yes.
He goes Spectral Wraith on like half his mid laner just to kill Wraiths even faster.
Yeah, Alex Each did it as well on Kha'Zix.
Yeah, he did. Lizard though, that one.
Yeah. Go Spectral Wraith on
Spectral
Kha'Zix.
Wraith Kha'Zix. Gonti, nice. Tails jumps in, but here comes Pantheon. The battle might begin. Sat's retreat gonna go in, but not saving Gonti here. Wave's gonna stop up a little bit short. Dries out. Lawpro not gonna find the engage they want.
Dragon's up in a minute. Chris, a little aggressive here. There's the poke. Look at it, just chunking LOH.
You know what I'm surprised by actually? LOD didn't go Sivir here, which I feel like they would so love to have with Pantheon. LOH though, oh, Ziggs bomb! Smiley face for that one. Picks it up, Pekin-Wolf finally finding the kill. Satchel charge comes in, still looking for more damage. Remember, there's no turret defending this mid inhibitor.
LOH actually had heal and flash available to him. He decided not to use either of them. They might lose an inhibitor for it.
This could be bad. Here they go. Mid inhibitor under siege. 5 versus 4. Full health bars except for get snuggled. The damage coming through. Pushing. Heaven time. Very low. 37.5 minute inhibitor goes down. As do some wards. And they just back off.
It was a really good Mega Inferno Bomb there. It was one of those ones you couldn't escape unless you had used a summoner spell. Because it was just a tiny bottleneck I was talking about.
Yeah.
VVV has so much bottleneck potential with their composition. And this early inhibitor at the 28, 27 minute mark for them is exactly what this team composition needs because they don't want to get outscaled. And the Dragon's going to come up right now. Pekin-Wolf, once again, he takes the harass. LOD, that is on cooldown for him just for the harassment. They're trying to zone him off at this point.
Full cooling on the Haunter. Half HP. Lee Sin jump into the Lantern, getting himself away, but will the re-engage happen? Okay, the jump in from Haunter. Can he get the damage? Kick into the back line. Overextension now from Heaven Time. Knock up from Lulu. Can they keep it going? Pekin-Wolf forced to run away. There's a title. It's going to be 2 for 0 so far for VVV, though.
All those wards come down, and it was really an overextension there by Haunter to try and force the engage over the Hex explosive minefield. And then Heaven Time comes in with the flash, Aegis of Zionia to try and close the distance. And then Nijacky's like, well, I guess we're going. Flashes in too to knock up people and give the wild growth. And it just was a mixed call there. And now VVV, largest gold lead of the game, 8-1 in kills, 5-3 in turrets, and up 7,000 gold.
Exactly.
It was very close.
Yeah.
Up until this point. Yeah.
7K, rather large margin for these guys. Looking so much better now. VVV 8-1 in kills is just a great score. And so now it's like, all right, you're the team with the lead. How well do you play with the obvious lead? Red buff for Tails going to start it out.
Their rotations have been on point.
Yeah,
VVV
true.
has out-rotated LawPro all game long.
Oh, yeah.
LawPro originally started with doing rotations and seeing if VVV could match them. They got like half of an objective off of it. Kind of. They got some turret damage.
Yeah.
VVV was there to answer in kind. And then that push down bottom was really the game changer. And now, VVV all hanging out here. Haunter, he has the Banshee's Veil early on to deal with that magic damage and the composition that VVV has when they have 2 Rabbidan's death caps.
That's a big set of burst right here. Items are done. Looking happy there for VVV. Going to take Barry White down. Poor guy.
Barry White.
Yes, the White's name is Barry. I've decided this. Chris, there we go, starting up. Blue buff going to die. I think this is Chris's like first blue buff of the game. Doesn't get enough of those as the top laner. Pekin-Wolf getting them all, but there we go towards Baron now. Tails happy to use culling to make it happen. Nobody even around. I mean, just look at that network of wards.
That's so huge. That's the double. That's the single site ward coming out here. It's on Get Snuggled. Sorry, double. I said double first. The double site ward's doing work there.
You win a hat.
Ah, I win a hat. Is it Rabbidan's death cap?
Yes.
Put it on my head. Gryffindor. Yes.
No, it'd be Rabbidan.
Oh.
But yeah, so double sight stone. Obviously, really good PvV. Keep going.
Yeah, that's what allowed them to set it up. And then in the bottom lane, they had vision on LOD. They saw that he was there. The camera went down to him for a second, and everything's very quiet. It's like, oh, he's trying to farm. He is out farming Tails, but they aren't doing anything with this. There's only one kill in this game for LOLpro, and it was in the top lane with 1 assist on the back of it. VVV, 8k up, Baron buff, sieging up. They have super minions in the mid lane. They're ready to take this game sub 35 minutes.
Absolutely. So here we go. Can they do it? 31 in. Top lane. Siege begins. Bubble's going to miss. The siege continuing now. So much poke as well. They're going for hooks. They're going for Qs from Lee Sin. Just whatever they can land. Try to lower the health bars of LOLpro and then maybe start a fight if they can. This turret's down to half. It heals 90 health per minion wave, which is all too low for them right now. Any one good fight could close the game out here. Super minions going to be flooding into mid lane soon. And that could create even more pressure here. VVV actually going to switch to mid and get it pushing before they continue somewhere else.
They had the timer on the inhibitor, and they knew it was respawning. So then they immediately swap over. Great call. You should keep inhibitor timers.
Absolutely.
A lot of people, even in solo queue, don't keep inhibitor timers.
They don't show up in chat. It's harder.
Very real. It's very hard. It's really hard to keep it, but all you have to do is type inhib
Oh, that's a good point.
when you kill it.
That's a really good point. I
Or,
should do that in the
or just
future.
put I.
Here we go. This could be rough. In comes the Pantheon. No Saps charge even needed there. Jump over the wall from Get Snuggled is on point. Gets him safe. Chris looks for the harass. Not going to find any, though. That is the Gragas ulti down. Takes some harass from Caitlyn. Going to survive that one, but VVV still on the push. They do have Baron buff. Keep that in mind. They're regenerating. They're looking for a way in. And they find it.
Inhibitor's almost down. It would pretty much just take a double shot from Tails at this point to take it out, and then maybe one more. But they have this minion wave pushing in the bottom lane for LOLpro. They're going to get a turret off of this, just for their resilience. But this wave clear from VVV, it's that Gragas top lane. We've seen Cloud9 run it, not to great effect, but it's basically a masterclass right now. Just don't die, siege up, get some kills when you can.
Yeah.
And then just poke the enemy down before they can get to that point where they all have magic resist. If you look at Heaven Time, he's only level 12.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to make any plays on the map, just constantly dying. And junglers thrive off of kill experience and lane experience, and he just hasn't been around and getting successful games. 2 levels behind Get Snuggled, and now everybody's grouping up.
Yo, Hanser down to half HP as well. Baron buff running down soon, but they're going to keep going for the push. A little bit of backdoor damage. Their bubble's going to get dodged. Nearly hit Peek and Woof. That was scary. We've seen this turret still losing health mid lane. Going to start pushing faster and faster. Kate ulti. Good guy. Chris going to block that one out. Just the poke. Constant. LOLpro not finding an engage. They have ulti from Heaven Time pretty soon, though. They might use that.
They're trying to poke a poke comp, and it's not working.
No.
And LOLpro, I like the idea of Nami for the ebb and flow to heal themselves up and sustain, but it's not enough. They're going to give up this turret very shortly. They have the attention of LOD on the mid lane, which means in about 2 or 3 more waves, if everything goes VVV's way, they will get this turret. And LOLpro, they haven't found an answer yet.
They haven't found any bubbles in a little while as well. Hansen down in the front line. Snuggle to kick him back. Gragas explosive cap's going to be big. Here comes Pantheon. This is going to be the fight that LOLpro needs. Can they get it? Nice tidal wave. Hits everybody. Shut down onto 1, onto 2. The fight going so well. 3 for 0. VVV on a full retreat. It's going to be 4 of them dead. Get Snuggled. Still trying to run away. LOLpro, gigantic fight.
And they're going after Get Snuggled. He's going to get Glitter Lance. Pix is still on him, and he's going down.
Wow.
They turn
5
around.
for 0.
5-0, they don't even lose their top turret for that. That was incredible. There was a timeline on that. They were going to lose that turret in a couple of seconds. It was now or never for LOLpro, and the perfect engagement possible. Now they have to get the dragon, clean up their base, hold on until that inhibitor respawns. Now they're within 4k gold of each other. there's still some hope, and that play breathed some life back into this Pro team.
Yeah.
Gave them some hope, and now they can pick up some more magic resist and stop if the siege comes up again.
They can continue to pick up gold. With the ace, they pick up Dragon as well. Of course, a later game Dragon.
2K.
Yeah.
About 2-3K between these teams.
That's not bad at all for these guys. So, did you know on Dragon, so even though Dragon's stats, right, Dragon has a level that scales to the average level of the champion, the gold value actually will work with decimals. So you can have like a level 14.1 gold value for Dragon.
I did not know that.
I learned that on the drive home last night.
Freak Senpai, teach me more.
Dude, just talk to Jat.
Oh. He knows all those? Is that one of Jat's?
Well,
First you steal his jokes.
Yeah.
Now you steal
Not
his
his
did
joke.
you knows.
He stole it and told it to me. It's a double steal, which means it's mine again. It's a double negative. It's unfair though. He used to actually work in the live design team. So it's like,
Okay.
oh, he knows all these things because he like worked with the tools and built champions. It's like, well,
Does he know the turret gold range?
I still have to ask someone about that. It's got to be like 700. Whatever. Let's get this going.
Anyway.
Yeah, 1 minute till Baron. Now those pink wards, those were up since last time. They last forever. 7-minute long wards. That's fine. So VV already has a leg up in setting up for Baron number 2.
Get snuggled. Lands it onto Lol. So this map, just all across it, VVV, they're setting up for the Baron. They have those pink wards. They're already set. They're doing zone control here. But now this Lol Pro is a lot stronger than it was 3 minutes ago. A lot stronger. That inhibitor in the mid, they're still dealing with it, but they're allowing Lol Pro to push it up so that they can deal with the Baron when it spawns, which is not to VVV's advantage. They aren't going to get a free Baron this time, and Lol Pro is going to contest this unless they set their sights somewhere else. But last time, when they were bottom, it cost them.
Let's see what happens. Inhib is back. No more super minions. Baron's up in 8 seconds. Lol Pro push mid. They pull the rotation from VVV. And now they set their sights towards Baron. Did VVV give up control over their pink wards? Lol Pro could sweep these out if they check the brushes. So far, not the case. Banshee's Veil. Pop from Hanser. Engage. There's the tidal whip. Can they find it with the man drop? The box comes down as well. Nijak, he's so low on health. Burns the ulti. In comes Hanser. Gonti in the back lines. Chris Renner in the background as well to pull into Heaven Time. Can they find him? The Summoner heal comes out. The chase. Hanser. The bomb. 1 hit to go. Peek and Whoop does not have ulti anymore. I can't get it over the wall. Gets bubbled. 0 for 0. But looks like VVV run towards Baron. They think they did enough damage, and they're going to go for this one.
They're going to get it without any contest right now. Heaven Time does not have Grand Skyfall. He's backing too low. Hanser, the tankiest member, also put into that low area. Second Baron goes over to VVV. Once again, back to that 4K gold difference. And now, VVV, they want to re-siege that middle lane, get that inhibitor back down.
Yeah.
And Lol Pro need to clear out their side waves and create the opportunity to have that. Oh, that's a lot of gold. That was awesome.
Satisfying. I know, it stopped me at midpoint too.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Anyway.
The siege, the everything.
They need to stop the siege and have another engagement like they did last time. Because that just swept me off my feet. That was awesome.
Yeah.
The way that they were able to come back from such a deficit, and no kills have happened since.
You might say that Engage was heaven sent. Oh, come on, that was better than you gave it credit for.
No, I just imagine him coming down from the sky.
Which he is.
It's like, you know what time it is? It's heaven time.
That's
just
glorious.
right down.
Oh my god, he needs that as a catchphrase. I just imagine his voice in that voice, actually.
Like a Pantheon voice. Heaven time.
That was like more of like a half Batman.
I don't know. Where's he?
Oh gosh.
Where's
No, okay, we're done. When we do Batman impressions, you know we're too far off topic. Here we go.
Anyway, they're sieging up the mid lane once again. Like I said, VVV are back in place, ready to just push this down. And this is what Balls did last time on Renekton. Hanser's coming around, and then Grand Skyfall will come on top of that from Heaven Time. If you catch them out of position, you will have your front line already on the back line of VVV.
Well, here it is. Pantheon ulti is up. It's going to be used there. Onto the back lines. There comes the title. It's going to land onto a whole heck of a lot of them. The engage goes in. Not good for Tails. Who's going to get caught up? Snuggled. Force runaway. Tails going to go down. Jackie gets the kill credit. The fight going to continue. 5 versus 4. Peek and Whoop sure to die. The satchel charge not going to get him in time. Heaven Time finds another. 8-8 on the scoreboard. Lol Pro 5v3 on the map.
Lol Pro, 8-8 now in kills. They're going to get an objective off of this, possibly even up the gold score. VVV was looking to siege, LawPro was looking to hard engage, and this is just like what Balls did on his Renekton play when Meteos was on Pantheon yesterday.
Exactly.
Just come straight in from the back. You're already on that high priority target, and since they've been prioritizing magic resist here for the team of LawPro, get Tails off the field immediately, and then you're good to go. Now, 1K gold difference between these two teams. LawPro ready to take another turret.
Oh man, here we go. Inhibitor turret gonna be under siege. 10 seconds till Tails revives. 15 until we have Peek and Wolf on the field as well. Inhib going to fall. LawPro completely turning the game around. And they gotta back off though. Their health bar is super low. Q lands from Lee Sin. Follow it. Do it. Do it. Aww. Tidal Wave to disengage. Gonna make him walk to the side. That still buys him some time. Ah.
Still in pursuit here. Doesn't want to let him go.
I think it's trivial.
Come back. I don't want to let you go.
All right, random and slow. Puts the E slow down as well. Q's gonna land. Hostler's too tanky for this though. It's tank Lee Sin. Jump to the wall, but it does give Get Snuggled control over red buff. No one's here to stop him, so I think it's his.
Yeah. 3 members of VVV still have Baron on them. They want this counter inhibitor, but they don't have Peek and Wolf here. They need to clear out that side wave. Peek and Wolf can do that as soon as he throws a Mega Inferno Bomb, and it's just an immobile wave. You don't want to catch it when it's in motion. It's much harder.
Yeah, but VVV, they're going to back off. They've pinged both the top and bottom lane, seeing there's a big minion wave push. There's an on the way ping from LawPro. They're looking to contest this dragon, and they're not going to kill it in time. Here comes Pantheon, 5 versus 3. Tails trying to get away from this. A nice kick from Get Snuggled. Tails still on the run. Enough health to get away. It's going to be the Baron picked up by LawPro and some minions by VVV.
And LawPro is actually going to take a 1K gold lead.
Yeah.
For, I think, the first time in the game that they've been ahead.
Uh-oh. Gets Hex, gonna get away in time. Ward goes down, not gonna make it out. Nice CC stacking by LawPro. The blue buff to be stolen away as well. Very good.
LawPro just flipped a switch, and they were like, we've been behind about 8K gold, and down bottom,
it's the gold, man.
You guys.
So satisfying. I was not expecting that one.
How long ago was that replay?
Takes him a little while in Challenger. Don't worry, we got it. We got it going on. The push down to the bottom. Inhibitor push. Can they make it? Oh, happy face bomb. Here comes the engage. Get Snuggled still dead. It's 5 versus 4. The pull in onto Heaven time. Forcing him away. Honestly, the turret goes down, but the defense 4v5 by VVV, pretty impressive.
And now VVV, they have all the wave clear. They're up in their base now. And they're able to shred a lot of the resistances that LawPro have built up. They have the Last Whisper completed, both Void Staves into their APs and their solo lanes. So the next team fight, very even in gold. It's all going to come down to the initiation, which is LawPro. VVV doesn't really have a lot of ways to initiate. It would be Gragas Barrel and get some people into you. Lee Sin, but we saw how hard it was for Get Snuggled to cause the right initiation, and he's not very tanky. He has some tanky items, but compared to what Hunter has going for him, late game Lee Sin, it's not that ticket. You know, Heaven time.
He can kick guys away. Like he can disengage some of the dives. He can probably push back Hanser. What I want to see actually, because of like the half squishy build from Pantheon, is just turn around and all in Pantheon. Like Hextrigger's pretty good, Age is pretty good, but like he has some defense.
Randuin.
I feel like they get all in him though. Kick back to Shyvana and then play backline versus backline. I feel like that would work. I don't think I've seen it yet.
You just got to protect Tails. That's really what they have to do, is protect Tails and let Peek and Wolf siege up a bit. There's a lot of healing here.
True.
For LOH, though.
Yeah.
His heal's on cooldown. He used it previously. He has Mikhail's, has Ebb and Flow.
And, you know, to be fair, LOH is starting to get some AP. He's going towards, I'm guessing that's Death Cap?
Nah, man, it's a DFG.
I mean, that'd be good too, to be fair. Like, I wouldn't hate on that if he bought it.
May even be Zhonya's.
No,
it's probably a Death Cap. It's probably a Death Cap.
He's not under threat, yeah.
It's a Death Cap. Actually, it's just a needlessly large rod. We'll see what that turns into.
There you go. Guaranteed to be correct. He's going to sell it.
You never know.
Possibility. Ooh.
Team might be yelling at him right now. Why do you have the rod?
Garbly Andrews, come on.
But so LOD, now that late game ace in the hole is definitely worth the poke. Early game, not quite sure about it. They're looking for their second inhibitor.
They're going to
Grand
try
Skyfall,
again.
it's heaven
See what happens.
time!
Tails is going to be saved. The dive in. Peek and Wolf trying to get away. Oh, the knockup from Lulu stops him getting out. Heaven time taking a whole bunch of pain. Haunter in the front lines as well. Can they find this one? So far, 1 for 0. Tails, heavy damage in the back line. They're going to dive in. Haunter takes a giant shield. LOH still alive as well. Can they keep going? Going to dodge away from the glitter lens. Dodge the bubble as well. But they're still looking for this. Get snuggled, running forwards. Jumps to a ward, pretty short range. Q. Oh! Haunter dodges it. Gets snuggled. Eats the trap. Really? Feel like he shouldn't have done that?
He was hungry. And he actually does eat the trap because there's a cupcake right in there.
Yum. Hurts him though. Does
razor blades.
280 magic damage.
Oof.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just chunked him down. It's not like a tree mushroom though.
Those do a bit more.
Yeah. Then you're slowed afterwards.
Better than Rooted.
It's a bad day.
Oop. He's safe. Free Sin. Distinctly Sin. Pretty much okay against Kate ulti.
But
Baron.
Baron life.
Yeah.
Inhibitor being pushed here.
By minions. That's ironic.
Usually, you push minions. Now minions are pushing VVV.
Yes. They're going to back out from this one. More like BBB for these
Ooh.
guys. Got to get back to their base. Bro. Back to base, bro. It's BBB. I don't know.
Back to base, bro. Okay, okay.
It's the first one I thought of.
Okay.
Bro works in any sentence.
Does it, bro?
See? You've learned quickly, sir. Gonti.
I just changed my caster name to bro.
No.
I should, and they be like, "How you doing, bro?"
Nope. I'm just shutting. I'm being Jat right now. I'm playing the part of Jat and just shutting you down all the time.
Am I freak right now? Oh god. Okay, okay. Can we swap?
No, we're good.
Okay. Anyway, back to the siege here coming out. They want this Baron. Both teams do. But I feel like LoLPro's in a better situation with the tanky members and the scaling of their team, as opposed to the Grogs in the top lane. Peek and Wolf, squishy. Here comes the Grand Skyfall.
Ooh, nice play from Gonti to jump in. Peek and Wolf just explodes right there. Heaven Time picks him up, gets snuggled, forced to run on the backside, jumps into the Baron pit. Now Gonti trying to run, but he's got a lot of guys behind him. Barrels coming in from Chris, trying to take the team down. Turrets actually dying to minions right now. VVV are actively losing their base as the push continues. Rest of the team recalling. 5 vs 4. This could be the game-winning push. Heaven Time in the front lines. There comes Jackie. 2 turrets gone. They just onto the Nexus right now.
VVV, they're desperately trying to defend this. It's very difficult.
The kicks back. Another kill comes through. 5 vs 3. This is really probably going to be the game right there. Quarterfinals. Game number 1 of the best of 3. Gonna go to LoLPro. Big comeback victory. Huge game from Heaven Time.
And I talked about it at the start of the game at Champion Select. If LoLPro can hang on, their team would outscale with the Shyvana in the top lane and that tank, and the Pantheon engages onto the squishy Peking Wolf, and the back line. It was just spot on those last 4 engages they had.
Absolutely amazing. They waited out the poke game. And I know we were talking about it. It was like, oh my gosh, they're trying to poke the poke team.
Yeah.
They're going to run out of health. It's not going to work. They waited out. Like they engaged the fight with the Pantheon ulti. It failed. They waited the entire cooldown defending top lane inhibitor turret and tried again when it was back up.
Yeah.
Like 2 minutes or so and found the engage.
And in that last fight, LOD actually used the ace in the hole and went straight to Peek and Wolf, who had Heaven Time coming down on him at the same time. Oof. They kicked away the dragon.
Okay.
And they tried to deal with Heaven Time like you were talking, but the team was split. Tails was off in the mid lane, and it was just the majority of LoLPro was actually in that fight, whereas VVV was very scattered. And Pantheon, he just causes so much panic so quickly.
Yeah.
As soon as you see that reticle come down, I love that it informs your team first and then the enemies.
They know to go.
Yeah.
Like, guys, get ready. They're going to be scattering from this area, so get them off on the outskirts. And I got to say, like, I was concerned for LoLPro at the beginning because they kept doing these rotations. They kept getting out-rotated heavily. Right?
8K gold lead at one point for VVV.
With a Baron buff on top of that. They still pulled it out. Very impressed by LoLPro's mid to late game. Gotta say, I mean, we talked about Pantheon a whole bunch. So that was awesome. The bottom lane, I know we were concerned going in that Tails had a much better game coming into this one, but turns out, you know, he couldn't carry the team. It was very well played by LoLPro's bottom lane.
He made some great plays up the middle to go ahead and clear that turret, get the inhibitor very, very early on. And then LoLPro was like, okay, we have super minions. That's just constant farm coming our way. We don't have to leave the base. And then they had all of the cards in the late game for the engage. And that's how you counter a poke team, is hard engage. And so they kind of had VVV's number from Champion Select if they stalled it to the late game. If VVV had ended it earlier, then of course it would have been their game.
Yeah.
Around that 32-minute mark, would
Yeah.
look like when they wanted
It was
to end
basically
it.
the top inhibitor fight. Like
Yeah,
that was
that
the
was
turning
that was the
point.
turning point. That was absolutely.
Found the battle, made it happen. Good job now to Lol Pro. Game 2 is going to be coming up. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, it is the next game in tonight's quarterfinal match, Lol Pro versus VVV Gaming Part 2. It all starts right after this.